Hey, St. Luke's friends, it's David and Shannon here to give you an update on something that the Session and Human Resources Committee of our church have been working on with Shannon for the last few months, but affording her the chance to take a very long overdue sabbatical beginning on February 28th, next month. Now, our presbytery guidelines and our own internal policies encourage pastoral sabbaticals every 7 years or so. However, the last time Shannon attempted a sabbatical was in 2009, which is already now 13 years ago, and that one was cut short, unfortunately, because of unforeseen church staffing needs. So we are excited and relieved for Shannon that she is going to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity now. Now, her plan is to be away from St. Luke's for 3 months, during which she will be traveling, learning, reading, reflecting, and resetting. And she's here to talk to you a little bit about what she's going to be up to.
So, friends, we'll be sharing more about this in the weeks to come, but we wanted to give you a little bit of insight into what will be happening for those 3 months while I'm gone. Of course, I'm grateful to the session and to the congregation and, of course, to all of my staff colleagues for the opportunity to take this time to refresh. Among other things, I'll take this time to reconnect with longtime friends and spend some uninterrupted time with Don and Maddie and Callie. And of course, if you know me, I'll be taking some time for some adventures while I'm away. And one of those will be to join former St. Luke's members, Wendy and Lee MacArthur, whom some of you know. Several years ago sold everything that they had and bought a boat. And so Don and I will join them on their boat in British Columbia. And so I'm kind of hoping I'll come back with some newfound navigational skills and maybe some artistic skills. We'll see. I'll also be walking a portion of the Camino de Santiago in northern Spain. This pilgrimage has existed for thousands of years, and I'm looking forward to taking in a small portion of it with the anticipation, now hold your breath here, anticipation of returning back to Spain at some point in the future with a group of St. Luke's folks. So get your walking shoes ready for a soul-nourishing journey. Along with that travel and rest, I will be crafting a brief sermon series centered around the wonderings of what it means to be human, created in the image of God. Now, many of you know that I have been wrestling with this concept since the pandemic began in hopes that it would nurture in all of us a more boldly hopeful and spirit-fed recovery as we look to the future. And so my hope is that this will allow us as a congregation and as individuals to reflect on the theological implications of what it means to be human, but also what it means to be created in the image of God, and how understanding that better and more deeply will allow us to share and steward the stories of our most bravest moments and also our most heartbreaking moments. Doing that together so that we can build community and connection with each other and with the world around us. So I think it's worth exploring, and I look forward to us reflecting together when I return. Along those lines, if you would like, I would encourage you to read Brene Brown's book, Atlas of the Heart. Now, I'm going to warn you, it's kind of thick and it's kind of deep. David and Aaron Rue are already in the process of digging through it with me. Or try Kate Bowler's Good Enough, which is subtitled 40-ish Devotionals for a Life of Imperfection. So the name implies that it's going to fit right in with my life and hopefully with yours as well. So again, I am grateful for the opportunity that the session and you, the congregation, and the rest of the staff have afforded me to engage in this sabbatical time. I truly am grateful. And I'll look forward to being back with you again in worship on June 12th, because at the end of the sabbatical, I'll be leading a St. Luke's group to Guatemala. So there'll be a little transition time in there between the end of the sabbatical and before you all see me back in worship and around the campus. So again, thank you. I'm so grateful.
Awesome. I'm so grateful for you, Shannon. So as one of Shannon's biggest fans and one who cherishes the entire Dill family, I am really grateful that we've been able to plan together with HR and the session over the last several months for this richly deserved and overdue sabbatical time for you. And I'm also grateful, as Shannon has mentioned, for the super team of staff and friends who will also help us out in times that we need so that we can continue the wonderful leading and feeding that we always enjoy with Shannon around. And thanks to Shannon's thorough planning, one of her hallmarks, I might say, we have great coverage for her vital work while she's away, and plans for Holy Week and really the rest of the church program year through Pentecost are all but set. And so we already are and will be well prepared for this time. And we will figure out the rest as we go, right?
That's right. That's right.
Planning well and figuring out the rest along our way is a rhythm that we know well with Shannon because it's how she does. And so doing so while she's away and while she's refreshing is also going to be a meaningful way that the rest of us who care so much about Shannon can express appreciation and love for her, for Don, for Maddie and Callie. And it'll be a great investment in our future together, too, because those of us who know Shannon well know that we better be buckled up upon her return for the new inspired adventures that await us all.
Yeah,
So
I can't wait for that part.
So more about this in the coming weeks, but thanks for letting us check in with you about it so that you can know what's being prepared and how we are stepping into this bold new time.
Exactly. So if you guys have any questions, want to learn more, have any insight into any of the things that I've already mentioned, please reach out and let's talk. Thanks again, y'all.
Awesome. Peace.